Kingsand and Cawsand are a pair of villages in Torpoint, often called the forgotten part of Cornwall. It's supposed to be about a 25-minute walk down from the Maker campsite, and the uninitiated will leave the campsite by the rear footpath and then walk down Earl's Drive. But our friends, who know the area quite well, are guiding us down a skinny path, preferred by locals and I suspect goats. Thankfully though, not too many thorns or stingers, and then we can collect some blackberries for tomorrow night's pie on the way down. So this is Earl's Drive, the easy way to find your way up and down, and on the way back later we'll come back up this when we've packed the dads off for home and it's dark before we head back up. In the distance there you can see Rame Head. On this side is the Penley Battery and on the opposite side is St Michael's Chapel. Over there on the Rame Peninsula is the Penmillard Farm CL, which I showed the driving instructions for in part 4 of this little mini-series. One upside of it being rather hilly here is that there are lots of great photography stops.
So we're going...
And here we're stood in Kingsand but overlooking the Cawsand beach. There's a foot ferry service which calls at this beach and takes passengers directly to and from Plymouth. We spend an enjoyable afternoon with our friends, pack the dads off for Berkshire and enjoy some nice dinner and then trek back up the really quite steep, especially for those of us who were never built for athletics, the steep path, and then the boys and I arrive back at the caravan. The next day, kayaking is on the agenda for the entire day and there's absolutely no chance of us carrying the boats down, so we drive the car down.
Any ideas?
As you'll have seen, the village streets are tiny with absolutely zero parking, so each village has its own car park with parking permits available to locals and pay at machine or via app available to us visitors, but no particular spaces reserved other than disabled spaces in each. You can of course stay for the entire day, but it does get incredibly busy here, so don't count on being able to get back in if you do need to leave. Anyway, we had a lovely day kayaking all together. The two older boys also hired some paddle boards from the higher chap on the beach. My entirely bonkers friend, you'll remember her insisting on swimming in loo the other day, convinced me to get in yesterday afternoon, and I promptly froze. I'm clearly built for the Mediterranean, not UK waters. Somehow she's managed to convince me to get in again today, but I've only agreed because I'm wearing a wetsuit. For reference, Cawsand Bay does have a safe protected swimming area. Just watch out for that foot ferry coming in once in a while. There are rock pools to explore at low tide, public loos, a bar, a shop selling pasties and delicious ice creams and drinks and so on. So everything you can need for a nice day out. The car park is a bit of a stroll from the beach, so if you've got loads of stuff or kayaks or whatever, you'll probably want to bring a trolley. And it's a long way round to use the big ramp out of the car park, but there is a ramped pathway next to the disabled parking spaces and a ramp or slipway onto the beach, so it's reasonably accessible. So we had a lovely day kayaking around, although our day did end with a bit of drama though. So whilst us mummies and the youngest were out having a little last paddle around over to Kingsand Bay, we spotted an exhausted and almost drowning yacht owner, so had to perform a little bit of a rescue. I won't show any of that to avoid embarrassing the poor chap, but suffice to say it's a good job he was wearing a buoyancy aid. And my friend's skills in commandeering passing boaters to help in the rescue operation are now a thing of legend. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe to follow more of our adventures, and we'll see you in the next one.